Coming to you from the venue that hosted the Super Bowl back in February of '06. Welcome to Ford Field in downtown Detroit. Today, it's the opener of a new NFL season between the Philadelphia Eagles and the Detroit Lions. Just about time to rock as toe gets ready to meet leather. And we are underway from Ford Field. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. They start on the ground here at Sanders. And he'll hope that this is not a sign of what's in store as he has to fight just to get back to the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the game's first play. And it's second down now.
We talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot. He had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
He's going to be dropped following a pickup with 7 past the 30 to the 32.
Okay, that's the start that you want right there. And you know he spent the entire offseason throwing hundreds, I'd probably say thousands of passes, getting ready for that moment. The first throw of the new season. He's dreamed about it, thought about it, and now it's out of the way.
Yeah, 1 for 1. A lot more to go. Third play of this opening drive as they're looking at a 3rd and 3. From the gun, it's Hurts. That's caught by the big tight end, Dallas Goedert. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Hurts finding Goedert there. First down, Philadelphia.
I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people, but you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
First and 10, it's Sanders. And he's going to get it across the midfield stripe into Lion territory. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be second down.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber who runs like this early because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
The last run got 9. That leaves him with 2nd and a yard. Another run here with Sanders. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
2nd and 1 and people want to run the football. This is where every back in the league is supposed to do exactly what we just saw there. Pick up the first down.
Ready, set.
On the counter now, it's Sanders. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
That's a play to take note of there for the defense, I think, in the future. If you're going to try and block him, maybe you get a guard to help double-team him and try and steer him out of the play. They should have done it on that snap.
So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11.
Throwing is Hurts. Open man, that's Devontae Smith.
He'll be stopped at the 35, but not before he picks up 7 yards. And on 3rd and 5, this will be the 8th play of the drive.
Here's Hurts to throw.
Got him in. It's Brown. And they'll bring him down 1 yard shy after a pickup of 4.
Interesting decision here. Opening drive, Charles. 4th and short. You're in field goal range. We'll see what they do.
I just shake a fist at my offense and say, go get it, guys. Because if you can't pick up 4th and short here, we're probably in trouble the rest of the game. Show some confidence. Show some aggressiveness. Go pick it up.
They'll try and throw for it with Hurts.
And he's got his man. It's the tight end Goddard.
And they're going to move it down inside the 25.
Well, the field goal attempt was well in hand. They had that, but they decided to go for it anyway. Extreme confidence, it looks like.
Yeah, but I bet the defense is going to remember this one, right? They kind of rubbed their nose in it.
Hurts a handoff to Sanders.
And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
It's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
On 2nd and 11 now. Hurts over the middle here to Brown.
And they're going to be set up now with the ball at the 13-yard line.
This is shaping up to be a really nice-looking drive to get the season underway here.
And how long do you think that they actually have been plotting this drive? I'm talking about the coaching staff, right? They've been thinking about this for a while now, and I think they're executing it even better than what they expected.
The first red zone opportunity of the new year here as they come up now 1st and 10.
They'll run with Sanders up the middle. And he'll be taken down here at about the 11.
Tackle made that time by Aleem McNeil.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Second down, back to Sanders.
And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Miles Sanders taking it in from 11 yards out.
And the Eagles are on the board here first in the season opener.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
Goff and this Lions offense set for a 1st and 10
at their 25-yard line. The first carry now for the BYU man. It's Jamal Williams. And he put up a good fight, but he's going to be taken down behind the line of scrimmage.
That's not an easy play for a defensive end because most of his responsibility has him getting upfield and working, but how about his vision to see where the play was going, crashed down inside, and tackled him for a loss.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Now Goff. And that'll be caught by St. Brown. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And this will wind up being a 3rd and 3.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first.
And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. And that one will go for 13 yards on the keeper. And a first down.
Plenty of things to talk about here, partner, but to me, their defense gave up a touchdown on the first drive. How about how they're responding, coming back? That's a big 3rd down pickup to keep their drive alive.
Throw to St. Brown, complete on the left side. And this will be good for a pickup of 9 to the 46.
Was that a design pass, or what was that?
It was built into the play call. He had the opportunity to either hand it inside, keep it himself to run it, or do what he just did. Throw that pass inside, hitting a receiver on the run.
On 2nd down, Williams. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup, and that's all they needed to move the sticks.
2nd and 1 is often an invitation to take the big shot downfield. I bet the offensive lineman said, "Are you kidding? You just get on our backs, and let's go get the first down." They love being physical.
They stick to the ground game on first down. It's Williams. They find some open field here.
And a very determined run there as he'll take this all the way down to the 27. Good effort.
He'll get 17 that time, and the Lions have a first down.
Coming in, he really liked his chance of having a big year based on a terrific offseason. And runs like that on opening weekend show that he's right.
Now a first down carry. It's Williams.
And a hard-working run here as he's got it inside the 20, down to the 17.
10 more there and another first down. Interior of that line blocked really well on that run, but also the 2 tight ends, they blocked well too.
Not only have they scouted the line of scrimmage, with their agility, they can get upfield and hit moving targets like linebackers, defensive backs. They do a really good job helping out the running game.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10.
Again, it's Williams. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. And no more. No gain on the play there. 2nd down.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. And in for the Lions touchdown. DJ Chark, a 16-yard touchdown. And the Lions are an extra point away now from tying this ball game. Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25.
Ready.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They were successful last time finding the end zone on their opening drive of the season. And they've got another shot here with a 1st and 10. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here. And if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up the score.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Hurts sets up to throw it. Over the middle, complete. It's Brown. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 11 yards for number 11.
In a draft day stunner, A.J. Brown was shipped from Tennessee to Philadelphia. He'd appeared to be the long-awaited answer for Tennessee at receiver, and now he can be that same long-awaited answer in Philadelphia. 2,000-yard seasons and 24 touchdowns in his first 3 years in the league. He gives Philly the type of wide receiver one the team hasn't had in almost a decade.
Up the middle they go with Sanders. They'll take it past the 40 to the 41, 2nd down.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
Okay.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Hurts. This is caught. It's Brown. And it's going to be another 1st down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 44-yard line. That one good for 16 as the drive continues.
But one of the ways that quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes, we'll again head down to visit with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando, back for another year. He'll have scores from around the NFL here on this opening weekend.
Here we go. Here we go.
A give running left. It's Sanders. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
No doubt about it. Really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there of holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
On 2nd and 9, Hurts. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Smith. And he's going to be taken down just shy of the 35. Trying to keep the drive going here. This is play number 7 on 3rd and 2. Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free. And it brings up 4th down.
As expected, he's gone to him several times in this game, but that's the first time one has slipped from his grasp. I'll bet he goes back to him, though. He's an excellent player.
They're going on 4th down with Hurts. Over the middle, complete. It's Brown. And he is going to have an Eagles first down as they wind up getting 13 there on 4th down.
The conversion is successful with a sizable gain of 13 and the decision to go for it. Looks like a smart one. Running right, here's Sanders. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10.
So if we've been playing defense in this one, there's a little bit of the good and some bad because they did give up the touchdown run to him earlier but shut him down otherwise.
Outside of that, you're exactly right. I would say they've contained him very well. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. They'll go again with Sanders. And they'll get him down right about the 20. Now the Eagles will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action.
He did have the touchdown run earlier, but not enough to go out more than that throughout this game.
No, not at all. In fact, I would say that this defense has done as good of a job on him as they have on any runner in recent memory.
They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down.
On 3rd down, they turn to Sanders. And he is going to lose yardage here. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. So 3 seconds here remain in the half on it's the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. This will be, let's see, 38 yards out. The kick by Elliott is good, and that will do it for this first half. So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. We'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half.
Here comes Khalif Raymond from his end zone. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much as he's marked down officially at the 21. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. It's been a tight game to this point. What do they need to do, Charles, to break through in the second half and take the lead?
Well, I think the first thing they need to do is thank their defense for keeping them in this game. You know, I think the defense is saying back to them, why don't you guys focus on getting some first downs, put some drives together, give us a little bit of a break here. If we can get some rest, we'll play even better for you. And, oh, by the way, pay off a few of those drives with some points, too.
The previous run, good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard. They run it again with Williams. And this time not as successful as he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. Not enough there for a first. No gain, as a matter of fact. And it leaves them at 3rd and 1. Bad news, they didn't get it on 2nd down. The good news is they still only need about 3 or 4 inches here on 3rd.
And the good play callers have looked at both situations. They thought to themselves, okay, this call, I pick up the first down, already ready with that call. If I don't, this is what I'm going to come back with in order to pick it up.
Goff going to keep it himself. And he is going to have the Lions first down. At least it appears that way. And he got it by maybe the length of a football.
They pick it up on 3rd and 1 on the quarterback sneak, and that's not easily done because there are extra bodies in there on the defensive side, and they're moving forward at the snap.
Yeah, I was certainly expecting a handoff, weren't you?
Yeah, I totally was. I thought they'd go with a back, maybe try and get a lead blocker in front. But as you talk about in different games, those guys with confidence in their offensive line, they just want to move forward and get it.
Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete. That'll go for a gain of 7, and that will bring up 2nd down.
Caught that look from you there, partner. I think we're on the same page on that one. Just his first catch, I think we both thought he'd be a little more active in the passing game. Let's see if that's the start of them trying to get the ball to him a little bit more here in the second half.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Goff. And that's out to the flat for Swift. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it could turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
Now a play fake, and it's gone. And tight coverage there. It's knocked away, incomplete.
The goal is certainly to try and make a big play happen and climb back into this game, but you have to be careful. If you overdo it, you could turn it over and hurt your team.
Here comes the Lions punter now. And surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team. Oh, the return is Scott. That'll go as a punt of 42, 7 on the return. And it will be Eagles football, 1st and 10. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10. It'll be Sanders to begin the drive. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground. But I think the play gets made by the defensive front. Because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
From the 24, Hurts. This will be caught by Brown. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion. And now it's 3rd and 3.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and you can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
And the Lions going with an extra DB here on 3rd down. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Looking for A.J. Brown again, and he's got it again. And he is going to have an Eagles first down as they convert on 3rd and 3 with a nice gain of 7 yards.
And that one was a lot of fun right there because that was the game within the game. 3rd and short, blitz was on. What's the key for the quarterback? Get out of your hands in a hurry. And that was a quick little completion. Got the job done for a first down.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Here's Sanders. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
I think we got to give it up for him right there. That's a heck of an athletic move for a big man right in the middle of the line. How about the play he makes there? Nowhere to run, and he finishes that one off for a loss.
on 2nd and 11 now. Hurts. He finds his man, complete. That's Brown. And he'll be tackled on the other side of midfield at the 46-yard line.
That's the third time on this drive that these two have connected with each other. They've got a real rapport going. And right now, it's paying off with big chunks of yardage, as shown by that last play.
So the ball moves into Lion territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 46.
60 Vikings. 19. 70
They're going to look to throw. He finds his tight end, Goddard. That's complete. And he's going to be marked down just inside the 35.
He's certainly done a nice job spreading the field on this drive. And here he finds his big tight end for good yardage. And that's what you have to do. Keep defenses guessing about where you're going to go with the football.
They go back to the ground with Sanders. And he'll get it down inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. Tackle made there by the UCF man, Mike Hughes.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. They'll look to throw. And, he's unable to hold on to that defensively. A potential game changer, but falls incomplete. To give you an idea of how accurate he's been throwing the football, in the second half, that's just a second incompletion.
Well, if he's that locked in, that means everyone's locked in, because to me it's like throwing a no-hitter in baseball. The pitcher may get the credit, but a lot of people making plays behind him in the field.
They'll look to throw here. He finds his man, complete. It's Brown. And it's going to be another first down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 17-yard line. 12 yards there as they move the chains.
I can't help but chuckle a little bit, because at this point, it can't be a surprise to anyone in the building who's going to get the ball. They just keep feeding him over and over, and he just keeps on delivering.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. They'll run. It's Sanders. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4. We are through 3 quarters here on NFL Kickoff Weekend.
Let's go now.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4.
Back to 60. Back to 60. Back to the 80.
Looking to throw. This is caught. And the Eagles are looking at 1st and goal as he's tackled all the way down at the 2-yard line. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
So first and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up. Sanders is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Just power football there, down near the goal line. Give it to him. He's able to push his way across.
Yeah, they went heavy there. Sometimes you have those big offensive linemen come in, have to report like they're eligible. But all they're doing is getting a good stance, blocking, and getting their runner across the goal line.
Elliott good on the extra point, and his guys will take a 10-point lead.
Eagles 17, Lions 7. Jake Elliott to kick off for Philadelphia.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And you figure after giving up that last touchdown, they trail by 2 scores here in the fourth quarter. This drive becomes very critical. They take a shot downfield there, but it winds up falling incomplete.
We've seen that the deep ball's been a part of their game plan all afternoon, but they've had trouble hooking up on it, unable to successfully find the end zone over the top.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Goff now looking to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. 14 yards that time for number 14.
This defense has certainly had an outstanding second half, haven't they? I know they just gave up a first down there, and for the offense, they're hoping that that's something that they can jumpstart with and maybe start to move the ball a little bit better. But it's been tough sledding for them here the entire second half.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Here's Goff. And connecting here with DJ Shark. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. Good work after the catch. Going to net him 23 and a first.
All right, this is the time of the game where they're down a couple of scores, and they've really got to get some yards in chunks, and they know the defense doesn't want to give those up. They've got to find a way to take them anyway.
Now the question is, can they string a few of those together?
Hold on.
Throwing again is gone. All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked by the former Lion, Darius Slay. The 20. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Eagles defense gets a pick-6 TD. Well, mistake there by the offense, Charles. They tried to pick on a Pro Bowl corner in coverage there, and not the smartest decision. He reminded him that he was a Pro Bowl corner with not only the pick, but the pick-6.
And those guys who have that designation, sometimes they get a little bit bored in games because people try to avoid them. They absolutely love it when they get challenged, and it's a chance to remind everyone exactly why they were tabbed as one of the best in the league the prior season.
Elliott good with a PAT, and that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17.
Lions 7. Jake Elliott to kick off for Philadelphia.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick-6, and now the kick is away.
Fair catch, made at the 25-yard line. The Lions take over 1st and 10. At their own 25-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And whatever promise they showed in the preseason has not translated into week 1 because they have not been particularly competitive here at home, no less. These fans just kind of beside themselves right now.
And a really nice play call there to start the drive, especially if you're a team that has a little bit of a reputation for throwing it downfield. You come out and you think maybe you can catch them off guard a little bit, and they did. Little screen pass, backdoored them, and that time worked well for a solid gain.
They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3.
Gone. Over the middle, hauled in by Sharp. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. Goff linking up with Sharp for a Lions first down.
I can put my defensive cap on right now, and I know they're saying don't give up any big plays now. They've controlled this game throughout, and all they want to do is see it through to the end. I think they let their guard down a little bit with that last completion. Sometimes when you're trying not to give up bigger plays, you don't react as fast as you should on other throws.
Throwing the out route incomplete. That's right. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards. And it's second down. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
Second down and 3. Goff throwing again. The coverage may be too good that time as he breaks away for 19 with his legs and a first down.
He certainly isn't looking at the scoreboard out there because, to me, all he's concerned about is analyzing the field and making most of the time left in this game. Deficit's still there, but he's starting to hit them with some big plays.
So first and 10 now from the 30. Goff. Looking middle, and that's complete. And he's brought down inside the 20 at the 18-yard line. A 3-score game here late. You can probably rule out the comeback, but certainly some kind of a moral victory to be had if they can get a few more points to close things out. And to that end, a nice pass play there to push things downfield.
Yeah, and we know in this league, a loss is a loss, and no one wants anything to count as a moral victory or, boy, something that feels a little bit cheap. But if they trim that lead down to just 2 scores, that's still a benefit to this squad.
So the completion results there in 9 yards. And they'll have a 2nd and 1 forthcoming.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They've become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
On second down, Swift. 7 yards on the pickup there, and now they'll have it 1st and goal. So a decent deficit at this stage in the second half. 4-down territory?
No doubt about it. There's not a chance that he hasn't looked ahead and said, okay, if we gain yardage on this play, this is what we'll do going forward. If we lose yardage, this is the play call that I'll have ready.
1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Williams is into the end zone. A touchdown, Lions. Well, they needed 3 scores to have any chance. There's the first of the 3 as they get into the end zone.
Yeah, Brandon, I think that our guys at Next Gen Stats in charge of the win probability are probably saying your chances still aren't great. But now, you still got more than 3 minutes to go. You got to focus on the task at hand, which is going to be getting the football back as quickly as possible.
So the lead back down to 10 as things get a little more interesting, and the kick is away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. 55 rushing yards rushing for him now with a couple of touchdown runs to boot. And what do they start thinking about burning these timeouts? They've got all 3 still defensively.
To me, you have to start right now. Here's the time, and that means you've got to stop them on defense, not give up the yardage, use your timeouts in order to get the ball back and try and score yourself. But now is the time to start using those timeouts.
And keep in mind, it'll also stop the clock at the 2-minute warning. Second down, back to Sanders.
Only a gain of a yard, but that's all they needed. And now, defensively, they're going to burn their first timeout. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning.
Altogether, a pretty shaky start to the year for this defense as they defend another 1st and 10.
Another run here with Sanders. And this defense not giving him anything there. Maybe a yard up to the 36. And this defense here going to burn their second timeout. But you can also factor in another timeout that they'll get when the clock stops at the 2-minute warning. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
19 Tiger, 19 Tiger.
From the gun, it's Hurts.
Out to the left there and complete to the tight end Goddard. And now here comes the third of their timeouts defensively. So they'll be left with only the 2-minute warning to stop it from here on out. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
The Eagles on 3rd down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. Here it's 3rd and 2.
Here's Hurts to throw.
Got a man. It's Brown.
And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line. Hurts connecting there with Brown for the Eagles first.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Eagle football here as we get you reset. And the scoreboard on their side, they're just looking to melt away these final couple of minutes and put this one in the left-hand column. On 1st and 10, it's Sanders. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line.
Romeo Okwara working his way in and getting the tackle for loss.
I thought he did a nice job there setting an edge and make sure nothing could get to the outside. But he decided that wasn't enough for him. Worked his way back inside and made the tackle on the ball carrier.
2nd and 12, and you'd have to assume another all-out effort to stop the run is coming. Another run with Sanders. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. 3rd down, now even tougher. 3rd and 13 after that loss of a yard.
Sometimes you get all those big guys down there in one spot and there's just nowhere to go. And in this case, the defensive tackle used his strength and swallowed him up.
So 1st and 2nd down went in the wrong direction. They'll try to do better here on 3rd and 13. They go down to a knee, and the new campaign off to a good start. It's a win here in Week 1. And just how they envision the start of the season, kneeling it down, defense can't stop the clock. This one's a winner.
You know, it's really strange. I think a lot of people think that the kneel-down practice stuff really only happens like one time a week. The best teams I know, they practice it starting back in OTAs. They want them to visualize winning a game and how great that feels, and they got it done in this one.
Yep, a knee gets them to 1-0. Well, CD, always a little extra excitement for Week 1, and one of our early window games here in Week 1 on a Sunday comes to a close. Good to be back in the booth with you, my friend.
And it's good to be back in the booth with you as well. And we know that not everyone's going to start the season 1-0, right? Half the league is going to have a loss on their record. But everyone's going to have to build off of that opener. And how many coaches tell us every single year, you make your most progress between Week 1 and Week 2. We'll see how both of these teams progress the rest of this season.
So for the Eagles, hey, you get a win, you get it on the road. You can't ask for much more than that to start the year. And they will head home next week to take on the Minnesota Vikings. Meanwhile, for Detroit, they obviously fall to 0-1 with the defeat.
And they will be back home next week for a date with the Washington Commanders.